Trib Live High School Sports Network is the official video and audio streaming partner of the WPIAL. We broadcast over 2,000 sporting events each year and cover 17 sports in over 170 schools. At HSSN, you'll find the latest in high school sports news, live and archive broadcasts, scores, standings, and much more. Trib Live High School Sports Network, your high school sports leader. All season, every season.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Swing and a miss! A no-hitter in the WPIAL Championship game!
The Mohawk Warriors have knocked off the four-time defending champion and are champions again.
The Shenango Wildcats are the WPIAL champions!
Elwood City, WPIAL champions for the first time in school history.
Cox with it. Cox all the way in the jam again. The Red Hurricanes storming their way to another title. Swing and a miss. A one-hit masterpiece.
Turn. Fake it to Maples, keeping himself, coming near side. Can they hit him? No! He got in! Wilmington has won the state championship!
Strike three called. Put another notch in the belt. Memorial Spartans three-peat.
And the Shannock is the 2021 2A Girls Champion.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet. From a wet and soggy Greyhound Stadium. By Michael Kirkland Jr. in Castle Realty, by the Crane Room Grill, and by the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Big match coming up. Our abbreviated Luxembourg Garber Kelly and George pregame show. Visit them online at lgkg.com for a free consultation. Luxembourg Garber Kelly and George keeping promises for over 80 years. Christian, a match for first place in Region 1 and maybe a little bit of redemption on the mind of Mustangs of Mercer in particular. Team that went far, district champions a year ago, and they were thwarted at home by these Greyhounds 2-1. They have redemption on their mind. Wilmington looking to make it an outright region championship with a win tonight and winning out the rest of the season. We'll get the starting lineups here in a minute, but first just a couple of keys to the game, especially when we have a wet and soggy field after about an hour-long lightning delay and rain off and on for probably about the past hour and a half. Looking to see a little more possession in this game, I would think. Right, Christian?
Yeah, probably a lot less throw-ins, I would think.
You would hope, as these two teams going at it. Again, two teams with a pedigree for scoring the ball. 5+ goals per game for both Wilmington and Mercer. Wilmington in the blues going right to left as you watch here at lcsportsnet.com. A giveaway from the Mercer keeper. Stealing it there was Reese Walker, and then puts it right back on frame for easy connection for the keeper.
We're either going to get a high-scoring game here, or we're going to have another 1-0 like we seen a little bit earlier. So.
Kick towards midfield, and Will Scheffler able to corral it there. We'll get the full starting lineups here, brought to you by Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty. Visit them online at castle-realty.com. We're going to have a whistle and a free kick given to the Mustangs. Let's look at their starters first. TJ Ferens, the goalkeeper. Max Ellis, Luke Lasko, Cole Cunningham, Liam Mount, Max Glaros, Garrett Thum, Max Grawl, Joseph Ferens, Owen Capelli, and Jonah Dadich in the starting 11 for Coach Chris Ellis of the Mercer Mustangs. There's a through ball over the top, and with the skip, gets all the way to the keeper, Skylar Sloan. That happens 2 hours ago, Christian. That might not make it all the way to the keeper, but I think the extra moisture, a little extra skip action off the wet turf.
Yeah, it's bouncing around pretty good out there.
Let's see who can keep their footing better in the slick surfaces as well. That was Joe Satterley with possession. Gets it now to Scheffler in the middle. Look at the full starting lineup for Wilmington here momentarily, as Mercer's going to take another one over the top, looking for Dadich on the far side. Turns, looks for help. He's going to drop it back. Working up towards the middle, and just too heavy on the contact there. He's going to give possession back to Wilmington. They work it now towards the midfield. Nifty footwork there from Satterley. Pusateri, one-on-one battle with Cunningham. That's going to go out of play for a throw-in. Skylar Sloan, the keeper. Max Reeder, Will Scheffler, David Roberts, Chris Morozek, Matt Pusateri, Charles Krepp, Joe Satterley, Colin Hill, Chance Miller, and Micah Schellenberger are your starting 11 for Coach Kevin Hall of the Wilmington Greyhounds. With a record of 6-2 overall, Mercer at 6-6 overall, both these schools at 5-1 in region play. Sharpsville, getting a victory over Wilmington earlier this week, giving the Hounds their first region loss of this 2021 campaign.
Yeah, familiar foes too, just after coming off a game against each other this past weekend.
The Saturday night game.
Yep.
For that one. Towards the middle of the field went Satterley, but the wrecking ball was wrecked on that one, losing possession. On the far sideline, that's Owen Campbell of Mercer doing battle with Schellenberger. And it's going to go out of play, last touched by Schellenberger for a Mercer throw-in. Just 4 minutes into this 80-minute match. Colin Hill turns. Nice ball down the far sideline. Maybe a little bit too far in, though. They'll play it back to the keeper, and Ferens will boot it back towards midfield. Chested down there nicely by Hill. Gets it back going for the Greyhounds, and that's the first offsides of the match. First offsides of the evening, as we saw the 1-0 victory for the Lady Mustangs.
Yeah, I was going to mention that last game. I wasn't sure if I had the stats down wrong or not, but no flag was raised for offsides the entire match. So
no flag whatsoever with the two-man officiating crew either. And the football signal for offsides being used more often than not as well. Another throw in right near midfield coming for Wilmington. To get it in to Satterley. And right back out of play again. Good step through by the Mercer defense this time. Dadich trying to give chase, but Pusateri was able to get there first, knocked out of play. Mercer's going to take a throw in quickly. Maintaining possession. That's Ellis. Ellis tries to cross one to the middle. A good job coming off his line to get that one by Sloan. Joe Satterley, Colin Hill in double-digit goals for the year for the Greyhounds. Through ball towards the near side, trying to shield off the defender was David Roberts, and
It's going to be a goal kick, but
yeah, I think they're going to give
from
a
here.
foul. I think they're going to give a foul for a push in the back.
Okay.
Yep, they're going to get it against Garrett Thum, who was trying to work against fellow number 17, David Roberts. On the other side for Mercer, in terms of the goal-scoring prowess through the first half of region play, Thum, the leading goal scorer with 14 on the year. Max Ellis with 11, but maybe the most impressive statistic that we've seen in a long time for sure, their match against Commodore Perry on Tuesday. A 17-0 victory. Impressive in and of itself. A rough year for sure on the soccer pitch, but 17 goals by 17 different players, Christian. That's basically unheard of. I mean, they only have 6 officially dressed on the bench tonight. So that's all 17 who played got a goal.
Yeah. It was a nice group effort, you could say.
Talk about total team effort.
Yep.
You hear Coach Fillion of the Wilmington football team of the each of us needs all of us mentality. I think that trumps it about as good as you can get. Throw taken from the keeper. Pusateri knocked out of bounds, but it took a deflection off of Cole Cunningham. So here comes a Greyhounds throw in front of us. Junior David Roberts will take it. Only 4 seniors on this Wilmington roster. This one's, again, booted out of play into the stands. Controlled into midfield, trying to find Colin Hill at the attacking mid position. Both these teams choosing to go a 4-3-3 formation. Ball gets past the defender. Thum looking for some help. He's going to cross it with the left foot. Going to be chested down towards the edge of the box. Missing on the clearance on second attempt, though. Reeder able to get to it. Gets to the outside, and he's just going to clear it out of danger. It'll be a throw-in in a dangerous scenario here for Mercer. See if they have a long throw specialist. It looks like Liam Mount is going to potentially try to hurl this one deep into the box. There it goes, trying to find Ellis streaking through the middle. Cleared out of danger, though, by the Hounds' hammer defense. Out towards midfield, losing possession, though, was Pusateri. Mercer back with it on the far sideline. That's Grawl. Grawl puts one towards the top of the box. Cleared out of danger again by the Hounds.
Yeah, ball's really skipping around out there off the turf.
See, both teams really having trouble to control on that first touch at the moment. That's Thum with it on the near sideline, and he's going to run out of room, out of play for a Greyhounds throw-in 9 minutes into this evening's contest.
Yeah, it's probably our best offensive effort we've seen out of Mercer so far.
No official shots on goal for either team here now in the 10th minute of play. First place in the region goes to the winner of this one. Ball went back and now given away by the keeper, having to come way out off of his line. Shot from a distance is going to drift wide. Max Ellis saw the open net, took a chance, but couldn't get it into the back of the net. First real scoring opportunity as we approach the 10-minute mark of the opening quarter. This match brought to you in part by Pontius Insurance. They put their attention to the things you own so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. Visit them online at pontiusinsurance.com, Pontius insurance.com, and love the life you live worry-free.
Couple early substitutions for Wilmington.
Yep, Cam Harvey checking in, Maddox Reeder checking out of the lineup, and he looks like he might be going straight to the trainer. Keep an eye on that one as Pusateri controls it in the midfield, gets it to Colin Hill. He looks for a through ball onto the far sideline, and it's again going to skip just a little bit too far out of the reach of Chance Miller and into the hands of the keeper, TJ Ferens. Another one that, again, wet turf, maybe going a little bit further than the players are anticipating on the ground. Good drop back play there from Scheffler. Gets the return pass from Roberts. Now works it forward to Satterley. Good find on the square. Try to go right down the middle. Satterley was behind the defense, but well defended to intercept that cross. Believe it was Glaros who stepped in front of the through ball. Trying to work the far side, but can't keep it in bounds. So throw in now coming out the other way for Mercer. Another one knocked out of play. That was Morozek on the defensive front. Glad you're watching us, whether it's on lcsportsnet.com, on YouTube, on Facebook Live, or on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Live or archived. Your home for the County of Champions. Glad to see the rain has stopped, but certainly a slick turf out there for this evening's match. Well, missed hit from the head of David Roberts, but it works out all right. Right into the hands of Skylar Sloan because it was off the head. A legal play. Mercer right now seems to be winning most of these 50-50 balls, though, getting the quicker first step for the most part, Christian, to start this match.
Yeah, both teams still looking to try and find their groove offensively.
Another one out of play for a Wilmington throw.
A lot of back and forth here at midfield, trying to get possession, find their offensive attack.
Good 1-2 between Satterley and Pusateri, but shoved off the ball there. Cunningham, the sophomore, able to steal it away. Now Mercer will try to build through the midfield. Good switch of the play to the far side, but again, too heavy on the first touch. There's the first big slip we've seen. Schellenberger going to the ground. And a whistle and a throw-in coming for Wilmington, taken quickly and stolen away. Max Grawl with the steal. Mercer will clear it back towards midfield. There's a high skip off the turf. Thune working for it. It's going to go out of play for a throw. A lot of play, yes, has been here in the middle third so far, Christian. What is it that you're saying as a coach at this point to try to make sure your players are calm and working through the system with no rhythm here really in these first 14 minutes of play?
Yeah, just try to complete your passes, find your offensive possession, get to the offensive third for your team. Both defenses look pretty solid. A lot of back and forth between the two.
I think the one thing you don't see enough of, Christian, in the high school game, you see it from some of the great teams, but not enough play going, backwards, playing the face, playing it back to the keeper.
Yeah.
Like even that play right there that was made by Max Glaros to the outside ended up being a dangerous scenario as you saw Chance Miller flying forward.
Yeah, a good chance to get your team regrouped.
There's a through ball. Chance behind the defense. Steps on the ball, able to get across, and it's going to bounce out. Still no whistle. Colin Hill with a shot, and it's going to be saved by Ferens. Colin Hill with the first shot on goal of the match. Couldn't quite get all of it, though.
First shot on goal and first save of the game.
I think that's one, though, that Hill's going to want back because he had some space in front of him but didn't quite get all of it.
Yeah, he was looking for the bottom left corner on that shot for sure.
One of the top goal scorers on the year for Wilmington. Had a chance to put the first one in the net. First time these two teams played, it was goals from Will Scheffler and Maddox Reeder in that 2-1 victory. Less than a week ago, so 2 games played in quick succession here between the top 2 teams in Region 1. Perennial power in Mercer especially, looking for redemption after their loss. Left foot out towards the right of the keeper, and Sloan's going to make his first stop of the evening. Mercer. Long through ball. It's going to make it all its way in to the keeper again. Mentioned both these teams like going with a 4-3-3 formation, but both were very hesitant to confirm that. It sounds like both coaches eager to play things a little close to the chest in these big matches in terms of how they might want to switch up what they're going to do with their formation. This one over the top, and again coming well off his line is Sloan. He's reading these balls in the bigs really well in the early going, Christian.
Yeah, almost like they've had maybe had a couple wet practices out here on this field. Timing the bounces really well.
Big difference of knowing what's going on, too. Playing on a turf field, a lot of region opponents do not have a turf field from what we've been informed from the coaching staff. It is definitely an advantage. And come playoff time, though, you know both these schools well used to using and playing on a turf field.
Yeah, big advantage, too, is seeing each other less than a week ago. Probably have a general idea of what you would expect from the other team.
As Caleb Shaw checking in now for Wilmington for the first time this evening. Yeah, you wonder what you can really change in your tactics and in the way you attack an opposing team when you played less than a week ago.
And it was a low-scoring affair and probably a big defensive game.
We mentioned again, too, a 17-0 victory for Mercer on Tuesday night, their last game. Wilmington, a 2-0 defeat, so they're also looking to come out with something to prove, not wanting to lose back-to-back region games after winning their first 5 in a row. We approach the midway point of the first half. This broadcast brought to you in part by Joseph's Marketplace, Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Make sure you check out the brand-new cafe and bakery section. You can place it to go, order online from the cafe as well at josephsnc.com. Joseph's Marketplace, family-owned and operated since 1915. Christian Cassidy alongside. I'm James Dotson. A fast-moving opening now, 19 minutes of play. But much like we saw in the first game, both teams really struggling to get into a good flow, a good rhythm at this point. A lot of interruption in the middle third. Wilmington now trying to build from the back.
Yeah,
Waiting a little too long on that one was Shaw.
A ton of play at the middle third. Each team trying to establish an offensive push. Nothing really coming about so far.
Same majority of play has probably been in the Mercer attacking third, if anything, compared to at least Wilmington's.
Yeah, for sure.
Throw in deep into the box is going to be headed right back out of play by the Wilmington defense. And you see these teams that, are averaging 5 goals a game. A couple of those are coming against, much lesser opponents. But at the same time, I look at the goals against. These schools have done a great job of defending all year long. There's a cross to the back post. Good job to keep it in play, but only momentarily. It did go over the touchline for a goal kick. But to complete the thought there, Christian, that the defenses, they love keeping those shutouts, and most of those shutouts are against lesser opponents for sure, but they know what they need to do against the high-quality opponents as well. There come the play.
Yeah, and through the first 20 minutes, they both pretty much had defense on lock.
Here's a long chance, and it's going to go up and out of play.
And through the uprights of the goalpost.
That's worth 3 points tomorrow,
Yeah,
Christian, but
for sure.
Tonight, just worth a goal kick as we reach the midway point of the first half. Remind you, after the game, grab a seat at the bar, the dining room, or the loft, or even outside on the patio. It is a covered patio. There's plenty of room at the Crane Room. Stop by before or after the game, or visit them online, www.craneroom.com, to see their full menu. We thank the Crane Room. We thank all of our sponsors for allowing us to provide coverage here on the new Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. There's a foul in the attacking third against Mercer. A free kick will be coming out for the Greyhounds.
It's the second foul on Mercer this first half.
Yeah, not a lot of whistles.
A few fouls and an offsides, but plays continued.
Good fight there in the midfield. Scheffler able to win it. Now working forward is Satterley. He's going to push it to the outside, a little bit behind his intended target, Jake Wilson, and he's going to be intercepted as a result. Here comes Mercer trying to switch the play the other way. Good read defensively by Pusateri coming back to stop it. Hounds trying to regain control. Working it forward on the far sideline. Satterley again giving chase. Mercer will play it back to the keeper. Ferentz just clears it out of play for a Hounds throw-in. Remind you, we'll have continued coverage of the high school football season. Week 6 action, Week 6 Game 7 for most of the schools. Drop back to Charles Krepp. Try a centered pass to Satterley, intercepted, and then deflected off of Wilmington and out of play for a Mercer goal kick. We'll be right back here tomorrow, Christian. A big, big matchup, to say the very least. Farrell and Wilmington, top 5 teams in the state in Class 2A. One of the 3 games that we're going to have on the Lawrence County SportsNet tomorrow.
Nice variety of county games.
And the best part, Mercer County fans, you get Mercer County radio in correlation with the Lawrence County SportsNet. Bob Greenberg, Mark Slazak on the call for that game here at Wilmington. Look at the speed being put on by Mercer here. Owen Capelli, and he's going to earn.
Looks like they're going to give a goal kick. He tried to hold the line again down there and just fell a few inches short.
Yeah, not a lot of room. There is turf for probably about a yard maybe after the end line before it goes out of play onto the track. Kind of lost his footing, and it went just enough over the line for that goal kick. Miller re-enters the ball game. Abram Deep also in for the first time here this evening for Wilmington out there, both moving straight to the front line. Kick goes all the way to Satterley at midfield. Tries to work it up to Deep. And unable to connect. Good step in defensively. I believe that was Liam Mount. Mount and Deep going head-to-head. That one goes off the face of Satterley and out of play for a throw. Long throw taken and a whistle, and we're going to have a foul called. It's going to go against Jonah Dadich of Mercer here in the 25th minute of this 80-minute match. Defensive battle, a lot of play in the middle third, just about like we expected, Christian. Neither team really establishing a whole lot of possession in the early going.
Yeah, a few opportunities for each side. Like you said, a lot of play being done in the middle third, as we expected. Defenses are both showing up.
And you expect that it's going to take a special individual effort, or you hope not, but potentially just a case of maybe a mistake in bad footing in the wet turf that could end up being the difference in this game. And then, much like the girls' game earlier today, one goal could very easily be the difference. Wilmington trying to work it back out towards midfield. Misplayed there by the Mustangs. Satterley gets it over to Hill. Hill working the far sideline with Schellenberger. And that one's going to trickle a little bit too far and out of play again for a Mercer throw. Far side throw in taken by the Mustangs. Headed towards the middle of the field, but Scheffler, the closest man there, he's able to get possession momentarily for Wilmington. Good shielding of the ball by Mercer, now quickly starting to break. Look at the speed here. 0-0, now gets around another defender in the middle. Heavy on the touch, but able to get it off to a teammate. Ball towards the penalty area and a step in front of the defense. It's going to be offsides called.
Had a heck of a through ball and go for our second offsides of the game, but it was a really good opportunity there by Mercer.
All started in the midfield by Cole Cunningham. Going around 3 or 4 defenders on his way to the net. Now Thum with possession. All into the box, cleared right back out. Max Gruhl with it this time. Grawl again towards the top of the box. Play in the face, back out. Ellis dispossessed, good step in defensively. I believe that was Hill. Now throwing back near midfield, just 13 minutes remaining here in the opening half. Another one nodded on by Mercer. There's a long shot with the left hand, and save going to his left made by Skylar Sloan, his second of the evening. Miss kick, though, on the punt, goes right back to Capelli. To the near side, chested down there by Thum. Thum, some numbers here for Mercer. That's Ellis. A little miscommunication, getting tangled up on that far side was Capelli with Thum, and it looks like it's going to go out for yet another goal kick for Wilmington, down to 12 minutes to play in the first half.
Yeah, it was probably one of the better offensive efforts we've seen by Mercer. Nice possession in our offensive third of the pitch.
Now, mind you, coming up after the game, we're going to have our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award. Reminder, all high school students, during your sports season this year, $25, you get a visit to their office, gives you an adjustment and any and all therapies that are necessary. Find full details on their website, MaleyChiropractic.com. That's M-A-H-L-E chiropractic.com. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Scrambling defense right now by Wilmington, able to get it back out towards midfield, but Mercer again is going to turn on the pressure. 3 players already in the box looking for a cross. Instead, they'll go back towards the midfield, and it's going to be stolen away there. Great effort by the back line of the Mustangs. Otherwise, it could have been an odd man rush the other way. Here's a long shot, another one that's good for 3 and a goal kick. I mentioned we'll have Farrell against Wilmington tomorrow. We'll have 2 other games at lcsportsnet.com. Laurel hosting New Brighton, and Newcastle traveling to Beaver. Special thanks to News Talk 790, WPIC, joining forces for the Wilmington-Farrell game tomorrow. Mark Slezak and Bob Greenberg on the call there. Colin Hill with possession and loses it just that quickly. Cleared back out towards midfield. Chested down by Krepp. He'll get the ball back to Krepp near midfield. We are now down to 10 minutes to play in the opening half. Heavy on the touch. Scheffler trying to step in there. And good scrambling defense now by Mercer to clear it back away. And then given right back away at the midfield. Mercer now with an odd man rush possibly coming the other way. Thum switches to play. Scheffler coming back, fighting with Ellis. Scheffler able to steal it away. Works it up for Satterley. Looks to turn. Going one-on-one with Lasko. Able to get the pass off. Dropped back. And doing the splits this time is Scheffler on the slick turf. Just a step out of his reach. Here comes Mercer the other way. Nodded forward by Dadich, and in no man's land near the end of the box. Finally, the Hounds able to clear it out of danger. Pass is just not crisp enough for either team at the moment. Good step in defensively this time by Krepp. Satterley loses possession. Mount working it forward and right back towards the middle of the field and back to the Mercer defense. Here comes Snoom entering the attacking third, trying to go 1-on-3. Shot blocked at the edge of the box by Pusateri and out of play. It'll be a Mercer throw-in and see if they try to throw one into the box. But first, a substitute coming in. J.R. Shep will check in. For the Mustangs. Long throw attempt coming from the far sideline. Try to get it towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Settled down there by the Mercer defense. Took a deflection off a Wilmington player trying to get out of the way. Skylar Sloan able to make the adjustment and dive on it. Potentially dangerous situation avoided there for the Hounds. Down under 8 minutes remaining in the opening half, looking for our first goal of the evening. Good step over move from Thum. Dispossessed. Now the Hounds look to set it back up. Scheffler working near side and pass behind the freshman. That's Abram Deep. Mercer looking to quickly get it in. What an arm Cunningham has had on his throw-ins. Now using the feet, tries to lift one towards the edge of the box and goes through the hands of the keeper, but scrambling back is Sloan. There's the first real gasp from the crowd here caused by a wet ball.
Yeah, just went right through his gloves and a few feet from hitting that left post.
Probably his easiest attempt to catch a ball tonight as well. And, of course, that's the one that you lose your focus for a half a second, right? And everything can go awry.
Yeah.
Hounds throw coming, but sub first, Jake Wilson will re-enter. Sophomore will go to the left wing as the forward position. Good strong header to clear the defensive third for Mercer. Wilmington in possession back near midfield. This shot from distance right on target. I guess we'll give a save to Ferens as it was an on-target shot. Good battle at midfield. Scheffler had it for a moment and then lost it. Trying to fight through a couple of defenders. Long shot, and again, not quite getting everything on it was J.R. Shep. Another save for Sloan. One interesting bit of note here. No corner kicks for either team here in the first half. Cross with the left foot towards the edge of the 6-yard box.
And you spoke it into fruition.
I certainly did. It's a broadcaster's jinx. This red zone corner.
Corner kick brought to you by Red Zone. The Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all of your county sporting apparel needs, sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
It's going to be an in-swinging corner from Max Ellis, and there are 3 or 4 Mustangs who are standing right on the goal line trying to create a lot of traffic for Skylar Sloan. Will it be a set piece for the goal? They try to go to the back post, and good job to knot it out of play by one of the Wilmington defenders. Not sure if that was a intentional shot towards target from the corner kick or if they were looking for someone to head it home.
And we're 3 for 3 tonight through the uprights.
I wonder if any of these Mercer players will be out there trying to tee it up tomorrow night on the gridiron. It's one thing you like about high school soccer, Christian. A lot of multi-sport athletes. You always have a couple of soccer players you see going out and kicking for the football team. 3 or 4 members of this Wilmington team that are also members of the band we saw coming on at the last minute last week at the Lawrence County Band Festival. This one, Sloan calls off the defense and slides under it, but just you love the multi-sport athletes, and personally we love the athletes that excel not only on the field, on the gridiron, but in the arts as well, whether it be theater, marching band, whatever it may be. Wilmington trying to push it up forward. Satterley turns, looking for a runner, goes to the ground. No whistle there, and ball's cleared back out of play for a Mercer throw-in, down just over 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Wilmington clears it back over the top, headed out of the way by Max Galeros, trying to get it back to Satterley. Good job to control it near the edge of the box. He's going to take a shot, blocked by Mercer, and now numbers possibly the other way.
Yeah, Mercer's really locking down and on the defensive side of the ball.
Only 2 shots on goal by Wilmington. Here's a long cross that's headed towards target and rolls easily to the feet of Sloan. Take a look at some of the first half numbers during our halftime intermission. Just 2.5 minutes remaining before teams will adjourn. Mercer looking to possess. Possession now the Grawl in the middle of the field. Cross towards the edge of the box. Kicked back out of danger towards that far sideline and ushered out of play there by Chance Miller of Wilmington. Throw in coming from Mercer. Taken quickly and stolen away just that quickly by the Hounds defense. Cameron Harvey, senior, with possession for a moment. Mercer now gets it back. Man down on the far sideline. Mercer playing through, headed it forward, and now a whistle for the injured player, and that is, I believe, Harvey on that far sideline. The clock stops at the 1:47 mark. Look at our multitasking crew here, folks, at lcsportsnet.com. Aaron Vigiano, producer / cameraman. Christian Cassie, color commentator / scorekeeper, scoreboard operator. A little bit of everything here at lcsportsnet.com. Good to see Harvey to his feet. Looks like he may have just gotten the wind knocked out of him. Caleb Shaw checking into the contest. Believe that Harvey will have to check out for a moment. So they stop the clock at 1:47 remaining in the first half. While I have a moment, remind you after the game we will give out our LCAP player of the game, the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership, dedicated to enhancing the quality of life in Lawrence County and surrounding areas. For more information and to find out how you can assist, visit lcap.org. That's lccap.org. LCAP, changing lives. And make sure you check out the PrEP program. Students ages 11 through 18 with the chance to get possibly a $150 gift card for going to a couple of education sessions. Check out full details, all about enhancing your quality of life and making healthy choices. The PrEP program, PREP. Check it out at lcap.org. I believe the October sessions actually begin this weekend, so spots filling up. There's also sessions in November and December for your chance to get the $150 gift card. Throw incoming. Now they finally have the right spot to take the throw. Nodded forward, but controlled by Mercer. Long cross towards the edge of the box. Good job, Pusateri, I believe it was, to head it down. And is that 4 for 4 now, Christian?
That's 4 for 4.
You can't buy that sort of field goal kicking on Friday night, can you? Feel like it's you need Gene Hackman out there from the replacements telling the kicker, hey, it's over the bar, not under. We got to tell him the other way around. 30 seconds remaining as this ball goes out of bounds. Wilson thought it was off of him, and then confusion. It is White throw. And try to take a long throw here is Cunningham. Goes towards the middle of the field. Nodded back to Thum. Thum trying to clear out defensively. Good job by Wilmington to knock it away. One last effort maybe from Mercer. It's going to go over the head of the defender, and that's how the first half will come to an end. Zeros on the scoreboard between Mercer and Wilmington. We're going to take a timeout, come back, recap the first half, and bring you second half action here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, Coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com. Looking to buy, sell, or rent in Lawrence County? Get Realtor Michael Kirkwood Jr. in your starting lineup today. Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty caters to buyers, sellers, and renters of Lawrence County and the surrounding areas. Call Michael Kirkwood Jr. at 724-301-1482 today. Check out his current listings or list your home at castle-realty.com. People you know, people you trust.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannon for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods, custom apparel, to embroidery and more, Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannon for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
I think the key to any attorney-client relationship is trust. My father told me a long time ago, the definition of personal integrity is really simple. Do what you say you're going to do. At LGKG, we've been doing that for over 80 years.
Back here from Wilmington High School, it's halftime at Greyhound Stadium. Scoreless between the Greyhounds and the Mustangs. I'm James Dotson alongside Christian Cassie, Aaron Vigiano, our producer. Christian, real quick, you got some stats and figures here. Our scoring recap brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace. Go for it.
Yeah, saves for Mercer 2, Wilmington 4. Mercer got a corner. Wilmington has none. Mercer has 3 shots on goal. Wilmington has 2. Mercer has 3 fouls. Wilmington has none. And each team has an offsides.
Your scoring recap brought to you by Joseph's Marketplace, josephsnc.com. Take a look at, we would be giving you some scoring updates in the area. So we do have a score update thanks to Something for Your Wall Photography. Just got to check in from volleyball action. The Shannick in straight sets over Shenango. Going to set up a big matchup next week between the Lancers and Spartans there in Section 1 of Class 2A in WPIAL land. That's one of the fun things that we get to do here, Christian. We get to work with a lot of WPIAL schools, but also then do the District 10 up here with Wilmington. Get to see a little bit of both and see the goods and bads of both areas, and just really see the collaborative effort that then we can bring together to be able to, especially when state playoffs come in check, we can talk about both District 10 and District 7 when playoff time comes around. It's going to be a lot of fun continuing to do this on the Lawrence County SportsNet. And thank you specifically for stepping up to the plate. Cameraman for us throughout the course of the year said, hey, I'll take a shot on the mic for soccer. We thank you. And how's the experience so far for your first evening on the mic?
Yeah, not bad. I didn't expect low scoring compared to some of the other games we've covered, but good soccer nonetheless, and excited to be on as color commentator for soccer.
Hope to get a couple more games for you here on the air throughout the rest of the season. You mentioned low scoring. We were scoreless at the half in the girls' game. It was an early second half goal, a 47th minute goal scored by Mercer. Ended up being a 1-0 scoreline in that one. Looking for the first goal here, I was asked to say, Wilmington has not scored yet. Mercer has not scored yet either. We'll see if the broadcaster's jinx can be put into effect here in the second half. We're going to take another quick timeout and be back in a moment with second half action from Greyhound Stadium here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
In workers' compensation, my clients are oftentimes not receiving their wage loss. They're not receiving their medical expenses. LGKG, they come to us so that we can put them in a position to pay their bills. If we're keeping our promises, our clients are getting the justice they deserve.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park, Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there, safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet, but more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
When a team needs to discuss their next move in a big game, coach calls a timeout. When you need to discuss your next move after your latest life endeavor, let Ponce's Insurance be your coach. At Ponce's Insurance, how we serve you is as important as the insurance we provide. Protecting those you love, the business you built, and the things you've earned. That's our job. At Ponce's Insurance online at poncesinsurance.com.
Second half about to get underway here from Greyhound Stadium alongside Christian Cassie. I'm James Dotson. Teams will switch sides. Wilmington in their home blues. Now traveling left to right as you watch at lcsportsnet.com. We thank you for watching live or archived on the Lawrence County SportsNet powered by LCAP. Need to give a special shout out, Miss Trudy Harvey, watching all the way from Titusville. Thanks for tuning in to the Lawrence County SportsNet, and thanks everybody watching live or archived for some Thursday night soccer action. Delayed about an hour due to a storm that came through basically right after the girls' game ended. A little after 6 o'clock, ended up with a lightning delay, pushed us back. Started a little bit after 8 o'clock, and now kicking off the second half of play. And Christian, we'll ask you again, any big adjustments you see being made by these two teams, or what are you saying for the coaches during your 10-minute halftime intermission?
Yeah, well, for me, the big thing is it looked like Mercer outpossessed Wilmington about 60-40. So if you're Wilmington, you got to look to even that out or get a few more extra offensive possessions, maybe get a couple shots on goal, give you the best chance to go up 1-0 here.
Instead, it's Mercer who has the first possession, and Max Ellis is going to take a quick throw in the forward position. Liam Mount all alone, chance to cross it in. Good job to head it out of danger by the defense. Still in possession, though. That was Grawl who had a chance to pull the trigger. Blocked away from him. Mount finds an open man in the box. That's Thune. Last man you want open right through the 6-yard box, and it's going to go out of play for a throw-in. Waiting there on the far side was Owen Capelli, and it looked like it nutmegged both him and the defender.
Yeah, it's like almost an identical play we seen earlier for the girls' game. It was just a great ball across. Had a chance at the corner there to drive it home. Missed it by a few steps, and we're still scoreless.
Here's one that bounces all around. The keeper, as it pinballs around, takes out one of his own players. Did Sloan, but Wilmington able to survive and clear it out of danger towards midfield. But a couple of big chances here in the first 2 minutes of the second half. for Mercer, though we remain scoreless. There you go, no shots on goal, but two, I would say, really quality opportunities for Mercer to get the first one in the back of the net. Unable to do so. Wilmington looking to counter. Good step forward to knock it out of play by Max Glaros, but it's going to be a throw-in. Chance Miller will take the throw from about the 40-yard line here at Greyhound Stadium.
Yeah, I feel like that first goal for this game is just going to be enormous. Whoever can put it up, the momentum's certainly going to swing that way for the rest of the game.
It was a 2-1 scoreline on Saturday night, the last time these two teams played. Wondered for a while if we would get this game in with the lightning delay, but everything passed north of us. Turf got a little wet, fans got a little wet. Kids got to have a little fun during the hour-long break on the wet turf before the teams made their way back out. Here's a through ball to the edge of the box and cleared out of danger by Chris Morozek. Whistle, and we're going to have a stoppage of the clock, it looks like they're asking for. Yeah, they asked for the clock to be stopped. Not exactly sure why, as Cam Harvey checks in, Max Redder comes out. And now they will restart the clock. Long cross towards the net. It's going to be chested down defensively there by Charles Krepp. Now long play, and now a foot race, sliding effort just to keep it away, not once but twice by the Mustang defense. Froome working up now. That's Dadich looking for some support. Trying to go one-on-one, finally does drop it back off to a teammate. That's Ellis. Ellis with the left-footed cross towards the edge of the 6-yard box. Deflected away by the Wilmington defense. That play all started from Luke Lasko. Sliding effort defensively.
It looks like Mercer made a few tiny adjustments, maybe at the half, and they've had a couple nice passes and good opportunities so far this half.
Yeah, you can tell they want to be working it down this near sideline. 2 or 3 good crossing opportunities already. 45th minute of this scheduled 80-minute match. Wilmington trying to throw, and it goes in and right back out. Abram Deep unable to keep it in bounds on that far sideline. Redder and Scheffler had the 2 goals for Wilmington when these two teams met on Saturday. Who might have the magical boot here this evening, or maybe the magical noggin? Nifty move here from Chance Miller. Tries to cross, gets deflected down by Glaros, back out towards midfield. Again, they work it to Miller. Miller out of bounds, last touched by Liam Mount. Long throw into the edge of the box, chested down there. Right back to Miller. He's going to cross one. Switching to play and a little too strong on it. Goes all the way over the head of Abram Deep, and he's not going to be able to track it down in play. And Deep just took one right to the midsection for good measure. Seems none the worse for wear. Just a throw in coming for Mercer. See, Lee Moan is also tuned in here on the Lawrence County SportsNet. He'll be at Laurel tomorrow on the calls with Spartans host the Lions of New Brighton. Laurel trying to remain undefeated on the season. Both these teams at 5-1 here tonight in region play between the Hounds and the Mustangs. Good defensive play. Liam Mount to shoulder off the attack from Chance Miller, and again cleared back out towards midfield. Wilmington, though, holding a good chunk of the possession the last couple of minutes here, Christian, trying to get something started.
Yeah, their offense is looking pretty good coming down this side of the field and finally able to hold it down on their lower third of the pitch.
Now earning a throw-in 6-plus territory. David Roberts, the long throw specialist, is going to try to get one in towards the 6-yard box. Good job to come in and nod it back out of danger by Luke Lasko. Mercer quickly trying to change the field. Tough time controlling it by Schellenberger on that far side. The left back able to do just enough. And Owen Capelli steals it away, and Mercer will set up the offense 7 minutes into the second half. Give and go with Grawl on the far sideline, but stolen away. Scheffler with it now. The lefty trying to go over the top, but not on the same page. He thought that Satterley was going to make a run when he was running towards the ball instead. So Ferens will punt it away. And it'll trickle out of bounds for a throw incoming. Chance to remind you again at the end of the game. Probably haven't seen it yet. Our Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game awarded at the end of tonight's contest. Maley Chiropractic. Again, $25 for a adjustment and all therapies necessary. Visit them at maleychiropractic.com for full details. That's M-A-H-L-E chiropractic.com. Maley Chiropractic keeping you in the game. The good defense for both these teams keeping them in this game. As this one goes out of play for a throw-in, and a little confusion as the player getting ready to check in. J.R. Shep, ball went straight to him. Making sure that players getting off the field. And coming over to see the trainer, it looks like will be Garrett Thooms, the leading scorer for the Mustangs off the pitch right now.
Yeah, going into the 50th minute of the game, both goalies have looked good. Not too many saves, but defense is really showing up tonight.
Yeah, both goalkeepers very deliberate in their decisions to come off the line when they have. And so far, they've all made the right decision. The one goal in the first game, a big part of it was the Wilmington goalkeeper maybe coming a little bit too aggressively off her line. Again, might it be something like that that plays the difference in this contest?
Or another ball that slips through the hands and ends up in the back of the net.
Yeah, Skylar Sloan had a bit of a heart and throat moment midway through that first half. On a relatively easy save, goes through his hands, but he's able to corral it before it went into the net. Just a half hour remaining in regulation time. Ball headed out of play here. Another throw-in coming. You said fewer throw-ins in this game. Not too many. Not too much fewer from what we saw in the girls' game earlier.
Yeah, it's certainly starting to pick up here in the second half.
A lot of play down the sidelines here in this contest. Good battle on the far side. That was Abram Deep fighting for it, but he's the last one to touch it out of bounds. Throw-in coming for Mercer.
We noted earlier, only one corner for the entire game. I think get a team down to possess in their offensive half and maybe force a few corners, get a couple different opportunities, maybe get a header into the back of the net, but
you wonder if it's going to be a set piece that's going to make the difference in this one. And you almost spoke a corner kick into fruition on that one there. It just barely went on the throw-in side of the corner flag. Here comes the long throw towards the edge of the box. Headed straight down towards the edge and the penalty kick, and make it 5 for 5 there, Christian, as another one goes up and over the bar and through the uprights.
Change the directions of the field, and Mercer's still perfect for the field goal.
Their football team would certainly take 15 points from special teams tomorrow. Right now, they're looking for that one magical goal to stay under the crossbar. Here in this battle for first place in Region 1. Both teams at 5-1 in region play. If Wilmington wins, they will have a decisive edge, not only with the one-game advantage, but also the head-to-head advantage in terms of tiebreakers. Mentioned Sharpsville missed a few games early in the year, but they had the big win against Wilmington earlier this week. They sit just a half game behind and will be actually tied with whatever team ends up on the losing end here this evening. A lot of contact in the middle of the field, and finally they're going to get a whistle blown, and it's going to go for a foul against Mercer. Sharpsville at 5-2 in region play. Kennedy Catholic 2-5. West Middlesex 1-4, and Commodore Perry still looking for their first W on the season. Ball headed about 40 yards back down the field. Wilmington trying to screen a man out of bounds. Good job to fight through it by the Mustang attacker. And then some help comes, able to clear it back towards midfield. Mercer still in possession. Low cross, again knotted out of play. Or out back towards center, I should say. Good hustle play. Go ahead.
Mercer looking to get back into pushing the offensive front like they were for the majority of the first half.
Nice defensive play by David Roberts on that last effort, though, fighting forward and stepping forward ahead of the attacking player, and a whistle call and foul call against Max Ellis for the free kick. Gets a bit of a talking to from the official, but nothing more. Free kick from near midfield is going to be taken by Chris Morozek. On the 54th minute of play. Another one nodded back. Out of danger, headed right back and taken on the volley. Scheffler, that would have been a spectacular effort, but it's going to go over the touchline for a goal kick. Wilson back in. Abram Deep will check back out. Nice crowd on hand, sticking it out through the rain delay. Again, almost an hour-long rain delay from the scheduled 7 o'clock start. We kicked off slightly after 8. Glad you stick with us. LCSportsNet.com and on Trib Live High School Sports Network. Nifty move there from Satterley to get around one defender, but unable to get through two. Now here comes Mercer the other way with some speed. Ellis losing his footing, kind of stood on the ball, and it's going to lead to a turnover. Wilmington now coming back the other way. Ball kicked off of J.R. Shep and finally goes out of bounds for the Wilmington throw. Long throw taken quickly by Roberts. And losing his footing and a whistle, and
looks like it's going to be a foul on Wilmington.
Yep. That the first foul call against Wilmington?
Yep.
Kind of a little slew foot incidental.
Yeah, 4-1 in the foul category.
Liam Mount will take this long free kick. 4 or 5 Mustangs waiting for it near the edge of the box, and I think Mount took it before a lot of his teammates are ready up there. Max Grawl sends this one towards the far corner flag. Trying to chase it down was Capelli, but could not keep it in play. It'll be a goal kick, and that'll allow Matt Pusateri to check back into the lineup for Wilmington. Mind you, we'll have some more volleyball action coming next week as well on the Lawrence County Sportsnet. Stay tuned at lcsportsnet.com. Follow us on Twitter at LCSportsNet. Try to get you as many live updates of the scores across the county of champions for everything going on tomorrow. Here's a little chip shot. It's going to be easily corralled by the keeper. Sloan making his 5th save by our count on the evening. I noticed that one too. He let it get all the way into the breadbasket. I think maybe still a little scary remnants of the one that slipped right through the fingers. Good step through defensively that time. Schellenberger, or check that, that's number 9, Colin Hill, who made the interception. Mercer just like that, though, back in possession, trying to through ball. Roberts able to cut it off. the top. Glaros will play it back to the keeper, Ferens. Dangerous play, able to make it work. Now Mercer trying to bring it up through the midfield. Takes it deflection all the way back, and still fighting for it is Mercer. And it's going to be knocked out of play.
Yeah, Mercer's done a really good job pushing Wilmington back and deep into the defending territory, and just can't seem to get anything going.
Again, both teams still trying to find a good rhythm as we approach the midway point of the second half. Quick throw in, they'll drop it right back to Mount. Headed forward. Dadich at the edge of the box, plays back to face. Another one skied up towards the edge of the penalty area.
They've been really able to maintain a good offensive front on the lower third, but just can't seem to get anything going from there.
Yeah, of their 5 shots, I believe all 5 have been from outside of the penalty area. So 5 shots on goal, but not exactly high-quality opportunities. Similarly on the other side, Wilmington with 2 shots on goal. Here's a good effort on the through ball. Good find on the run. That's Capelli looking for some help, but the help comes from defensive efforts of Wilmington first.
That was a beautiful through ball by Mercer.
And Liam Mount just took a step forward, and he's going to pay for it. I think someone stepped on his foot. Clock will stop at the as down on the field, the 25-yard line is Mount. No stoppage in play. Gives a chance to remind you of the wonderful people over at Pontius Insurance. The teams have a chance to go now and talk to their coach and discuss their needs out there on the pitch. Well, that's what you get when you talk to Pontius Insurance. They put their attention to the things you own, so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. PontiusInsurance.com. Love the life you live, worry-free. Reminder as well, we're going to have our LCAP Player of the Game award coming up at the conclusion of tonight's match. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership, they're dedicated to enhancing the quality of life within Lawrence County by eliminating and preventing the causes and effects of poverty, by mobilizing and directing resources to assist, educate, and promote self-sufficiency. Visit them online at lcap.org. That's LCCAP.org. LCAP, changing lives. So during that injury timeout, TJ Ferens, the keeper for Mercer, was all the way up on the other side of the pitch trying to communicate with his coaches and with some of his players. See if they can find something to break this deadlock. Now in the 59th minute of play, this ball is going to go out for a Wilmington throw-in. More subs checking back in. Chance Miller for the Hounds.
For the second half, majority of the second half so far, seems possession swinging more towards Mercer. They're pretty much making the most of it when they can. Wilmington's had a few good chances. A couple good fast breaks, but nothing going so far.
This one going over the end line, out on the track for a goal kick. It was Schellenberger who checked out, and as he did, went and gave a pat on the back to Liam Mount, who now has his right boot off, getting attended to by the training staff. I believe it was those two who collided and led to the injury the injury for Mount, I should say. Now in the 60th minute of play, who has something special within them to break this 0-0 tie? Mercer's had a majority of the possession in the last 5 or 10 minutes. They work another one into the box. It's going to be cleared out of danger, deflected out of play. Miller put it off of an attacking Mustangs player out for a goal kick. I'll remind you that thank our friends at Luxembourg, Garbutt, Kelly, and George. Sponsors of our pregame show, a law firm of AV-rated attorneys and super lawyers, LGKG has been keeping promises for over 80 years. Call them at 724-201-1576 and let their team of AV-rated attorneys guide you through the legal process. At Luxembourg, Garbett, Kelly, and George, we try cases and insurance companies know it. Ball nodded back out of the box. Player goes down, and we're going to have a whistle, and here's your opportunity. A set piece in a dangerous area, just 22 yards out.
Just Wilmington's second foul of the game, and it's coming in a costly area.
Max Ellis is the one who drew the foul. He and Max Brawl both standing there waiting to take this kick. 3 men in the wall. Now a fourth going to... Oh, no, he will not go into the wall. Wilson juked me. There's the whistle. Grawl puts on the right foot, and it's going to go and clear the uprights again.
Had a nice hook to it. If it was down a few more feet, he might have had a chance at the top post.
Maybe needed another 2 or 3 yards back is all it would have been.
25-yard out instead of 22. Might have had a good shot.
Yeah, that is a difficult location, even for the professionals at that distance, Christian. Anything within that 18 to 24, 25 yards, very tough to get it up over a wall and back down in time.
And the ones that do are the ones that get the big bucks. And
yeah, big bucks. Ronaldo's and David Beckham's back in the day.
Yeah.
Battle on the far sideline. It's going to be last touch by Mercer for another goal kick. Who is the highest paid soccer athlete right now out there in European play?
I believe Messi still edges Ronaldo. But
Ibrahimovic was up there for a while, right?
Yeah.
He's not playing in the States, though, right?
No. He's been out of the Galaxy for 2 seasons now.
And he's back out overseas. I remember his time with the LA Galaxy. That felt like a home run for American soccer fans to have a player of that caliber.
There's a guy that plays for LAFC. He's making about $8 million a year. I believe he's the highest paid currently in American soccer. Yeah, MLS.
So yeah, $8 million is your 5th string goalie in Premier League. 17 minutes to play. Number 17 coming over to take this throw in, David Roberts. Going to try to pop one over the top. It goes right to Cole Cunningham. Back out for another throw. This one thrown down towards the corner flag. Came in and went right back out. So throw in coming right back for Mercer. And you wonder, again, Mercer's had a couple of chances on those set pieces. Wilmington has not had one of those here this evening. We said a mistake or a set piece could likely be the difference in this contest. Love to see Wilmington try to push down and maybe earn their first corner kick of the match. And what a weapon that is coming with the throw out the other direction. Cunningham again showing off the arm. Wilmington gets it back just that quickly. Colin Hill. Pinballed around off the heads of 3 players. Make it 4 in a row before it finally settles at the feet of Hill. He takes a shot. Diving save made by Ferens. Ball still in play, trying to cross it, and I don't think he got the cross off in time. He didn't. The ball goes out of bounds for a goal kick. But the 3rd save of the night for TJ Ferens, none bigger than that one right there.
And that goal line coming back to haunt Wilmington again. They tried to hold it in by a couple inches, and you don't get the corner kick call, and possession changes, and back at it, trying to get it back.
Maybe a little bit of momentum there gained by Wilmington. No, the shot did not go in, but feel a little bit of life from the Greyhounds faithful down below us. Ball goes through the wickets of the defender. Now played back late to the keeper. Dangerous play from Harvey, but Sloan waiting for it, able to clear it back across midfield. Mercer, dangerous play to switch the field. Chested down at midfield by Colin Hill. Comes right back to his feet. Looks to set it up the near sideline, goes over the top. Good run for Pusateri. Can he track it down this time before it goes out? He does, but it's going to go out of play. And did it touch somebody on the way out? No, it was after it went out of play. And it's like running on ice once they get onto that track surface, especially in these wet conditions. You see both him and the Mustangs defender putting on the brakes.
Yeah, I mean, he had a really good chance there for a corner, too. Maybe a bang-bang call, but Wilmington's really pressing up and getting possession in their offensive front.
Pusateri gets his foot onto this one. Hill again to it. Those two have made a nice combination on the near side in the past few minutes. Hill is going to put one on from distance, and it's going to go over the top, and it's going to trickle harmlessly over the end line for a goal kick. Hill out of nowhere put it towards the net. Saw the keeper coming off his line.
That was a beautiful shot, about 25 yards out there. Almost went right over the head and into the net, but
we remain scoreless. 13:30 remaining.
yeah, Wilmington's pressure right now. They're doing a really good job keeping it in their zone, giving themselves their best chance at scoring.
Wilson shouldered off the ball on the far sideline, loses possession after Scheffler made a nifty move in the middle.
I think they possibly missed out on 2 corner kicks down there, but hard to judge from the other side of the pitch.
Yeah, those officials are about 10 yards away. We're about 90 yards away. I'll trust their judgment. Especially, it was nice too during the rain delay. We got a chance to talk to one of the officials who was doing both matches here, the boys and girls match, and near the end of the first half, there was what we thought might have been a missed foul at the end of that first half of that girls' game, and he explained that what he saw from his angle, and it shows you enough right there. All the fans you hear yelling on Friday nights for football and on your Wednesday, Thursday nights outside for soccer, the fans do not have the right angle to be able to see most of these play calls, and again, you're much further away.
Yeah, it's nice to get the clarification from the actual source who sees it with their own eyes, and ultimately they're what they determine matters, not who's in the stands. So,
and also a chance to hear in on some of the conversations that end up happening between official and coach and official and player, and big part of it right there too, the fact that we get to get a little insight from a different perspective, which is a lot of fun. We got that last week with Sharpsville Athletic Director Jared Grady was on the call with us for that Sharpsville-Wilmington football game, and being able to hear, he's a registered official, actually one of the head of football officials, get to hear from that side and from the athletic director's side. So, fun conversations that we get to have, and glad to be able to bring you that insight during our broadcasts here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Colin Hill ready to throw it in near midfield for the Hounds. Gets it to Scheffler. Nice turn and finds a man in the middle waiting for it. Satterley continues on to the far sideline. Trying to work it back to the middle. Satterley, though, dispossessed. Back to midfield it goes. Hounds with possession. Krepp dropped it back. Looks to get the return pass from Roberts. It's stolen away from him. Pinballs around. Coming with speed now is Mercer. Hustling back and stepping on the ball, and a whistle, and I think they're going to get a foul called against J.R. Shep, and he went and took exception to that foul call and ended up kicking it all the way past the end line.
Looks like he might be getting a card for that too.
Yeah, would not be surprised.
And the ref's letting him know.
And I like that too. They stop the clock. He goes, he talks to him before giving him that yellow card with just under 11 minutes to play.
So we're at the 0-0 scenario. If we go the last 11 minutes or so without a goal, how does the rest of the game commence?
We'll go into extra time periods. No shootout in regular season play.
Do we draw in high school?
we will have ties. I've not seen very many of those here on the season, but that's what we would have. So Shep will have to spend at least 5 minutes on the sideline before he is allowed to re-enter. Still 11 on 11 after the yellow card given. Mercer, nifty move. Shot with the left foot is going to kind of go off the side of the foot and trickle harmlessly over the line for a goal kick. Give another shout out while we have a moment to Michael Kirkwood Jr. of Castle Realty. Visit all their listings at castle-realty.com. Special thanks to them and to all of our wonderful sponsors here on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Powered by LCAP. There's a cross, and trying to get a fist on it was Sloan. Not sure if he did, but it goes all the way across. And, yeah, they did take a deflection out of play for a Mercer throw. Waiting to throw it in is Ellis. Ball returned right back to him. Gets some space, crossed it with the left foot, but no one there on the back door. Capelli was crashing in, and just a little bit too much mustard on that one. Christian thought that could have been one of the better chances that we've seen here in the second half.
Yeah, a little high. He had a couple people in the box waiting for him and soared over their heads out of play. And
we remain scoreless now with 9 minutes remaining in regulation.
We'll see if the yellow card in the 69th minute will be a determining factor.
There's a high bouncer. Having to wait for it to come down was Ferens, and he had Satterley coming right up in his grill. Corralled by the senior keeper. Just like that, though, Wilmington back in possession. Working the near sideline, giving chase was Pusateri. Took a deflection out of bounds. Possession and a quick throw in. Working it up to Satterley quickly. Good job to turn around and find that throw by the Mercer defender. And get possession back for the Mustangs. Colin Hill with the sliding effort gets possession back for Wilmington. He's got one of the best looks on the evening. Tries to find some room to cross this one. Unable to do so, but they will earn the first red zone corner of the match for Wilmington. Make sure you stop by the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock Township for all your custom apparel, embroidery, and sporting goods needs. Visit them on Facebook, the Red Zone Sports, redzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Yeah, just under 8 minutes to go. This is what we were talking about earlier. Get a couple corners, get your offense moved up into the lower third.
Scheffler with the low driving corner, headed right back out of play. He'll try it again.
And there goes your second one. So,
yeah, no corners for the first 72 minutes of play, and now you get two within about 10 seconds of each other.
Only two players in the box for Wilmington.
Now they all come running in, and it's going to be headed out away from that 6-yard box. And Mercer's going to be able to clear their lines and clear the danger. Wilmington regains possession, works it up to Satterley. Satterley trying to back his way in, curls around the defender. Second line of defense able to clear it out of danger. Chance Miller's going to try to take a quick throw in for the Hounds. Quick throw in, trying to center it to Scheffler. Too heavy on the first touch. Cleared back out, Wilmington still in possession. Long drive right into the breadbasket for save of the evening for Ferens. Everybody on the Mercer side takes a brief sigh of relief. David Roberts goes down on that play and ball goes out of bounds for a throw in near midfield. And I think they originally tried to give an advantage. Now they do go back and call the foul against Mercer. Under 6 minutes to play. Will we get one goal in regulation? Here might be the chance. Skips over the top. Pusateri is going to get whistled for offsides, and he can't believe it.
Wow, it was a pretty close call, but just ball didn't. A little bit too much speed, skipping across the wet turf and fighting for the offsides.
If it was offsides, it was by a fraction. Thought he had timed it well. Play getting a little more physical now in the final 10 minutes of play. That one behind the intended target. Krepp steals it away. Here come the Hounds the other way. Satterley looking for some help. Drops it back to Scheffler. To the middle. Satterley push in the back. He goes down. Free kick from about 50 yards out as we go under 5 minutes left.
It's Mercer's sixth foul of the game.
Most of the free kicks have been in non-lethal territory, though that last one certainly had a chance to become something dangerous. Another low-driven kick. Taken right back all the way to midfield. Wilmington again controlling most of the possession here these last 5 minutes. Can they put something together here in the final 5? Looking for the first goal of the match. Whistle, out of play, throw incoming. That's it, they're going to say no. Foul from inside field of play. Or maybe a handball. Didn't see a signal on that far sideline. But Scheffler's going to take the kick.
Probably from about the same area they just kicked one.
Lefty's going to try to put one towards the edge of the box. It flicks forward into attacking position, but that second header left with a player well in the onside position inside the box.
That one was a lot more obvious than the previous one.
Yep, Krepp. On first contact, he had the correct run, but with the ball being headed forward into the box by Hill, an easy offside call. Mustangs coming the other way. Dispossessed, going on the way back out. Here comes Wilmington, trying to go one-on-one. Satterley, now looking for some help. Man on his back, finally knocked away from him by Max Glaros. Out for a throw, and Wilmington will bring some fresh legs on here late. Pusateri out, Jake Wilson in. Throw in towards the edge of the box. Headed backwards, and Mercer able to clear it out of danger. Who will have that golden boot this evening? 3 minutes, maybe more, to figure that one out. Krepp gives it to Scheffler. Scheffler turns. Tries to find Wilson, but not on the same page. Wilson coming back to it. Goes right by him into the Wilmington bench for a throw. Out of bounds. Wilmington with the throw. Wilson takes it quickly. Looks for Scheffler in the middle. Flip over the top. No one there except for Ellis. Mustangs with possession. Battling near side with it is Roberts. Across the field it goes from Hill. Ball over the top taken by Miller. It's going to trickle too far for the Hounds all the way to the hands of Ferens. Just 100 seconds remaining now. Mercer throw. Cameron Harvey able to shoulder off the attacker, clear it back out towards midfield. Good job to get it away from Roberts. Back down the field it goes. Now just kind of going from one end of the field to the other. Neither team maintaining possession. Now Mercer finally corralling it. They work it forward on the far sideline. Deflected back out. Krepp one-on-one. Knocked out of play. Less than a minute to play, and a throw-in coming for Mercer. Long throw is going to make its way into the 18-yard box. Back out towards the penalty spot. Kicked out, up, and over for another goal kick. What was that, 7 for 7? 7 shots that have gone over the crossbar and have all gone through the uprights. Nothing has made their way into the back of the net for either team here this evening. Long goal kick. Now this one's going to go all the way down towards the corner flag and will slowly make its way over the end line, and that's how regulation will come to an end. Scoreless after 80 minutes of play. Extra time coming when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannon for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
For more than 120 years, people have been relying upon Martindale Hubbell's AV preeminent rating to select their attorneys. If you're involved in a workers' compensation situation, you should do the same. LGKG has been AV rated for over 40 years.
Wherever you're going, Axe can get you there. The bowling alley, beauty salon, and even the library. Axe can get you there safely. The grocery store, the pharmacy, and the bank. Axe can get you there comfortably. Going to work, visiting a friend, or just to relax at the park. Axe can get you there affordably. Axe is here to get you there, safely, comfortably, and affordably. Choose Axe as your driving service and give us a call to schedule a ride.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates, or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
For 20 years, Maley Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Maley Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet, but more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $25 visit to the Maley Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and or all therapies necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between, let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. We might need a trip to Maley Chiropractic at the end of this one. It's been a long day for the Lawrence County SportsNet crew. Glad to bring this doubleheader soccer action to you here today at lcsportsnet.com. 80 minutes, not enough in the nightcap. Started an hour late, we might as well end it plenty late. Looking for the first goal, and whatever goal comes now would be the deciding one. Golden goal here in high school soccer. Shout out to our fantastic crew here, Aaron Vigiano, producer, running the camera, Christian Cassie alongside. I'm James Dotson, and Christian, it was a very action-packed final, probably 10-15 minutes of that second half. A lot of great chances for Wilmington, just barely missing. A couple of big saves for TJ Ferens, especially of Mercer. 4 saves for him, 5 on the other side for Skylar Sloan. Just neither team able to find that one magical moment that could really set apart these two teams. Two great competitors, obviously, and as we expected, another tight game after a 2-1 victory for Wilmington less than a week ago. Of course, 80 minutes would not be enough.
Yeah, it's really tight game. Defensively, offensively, they both look good. Just can't get nothing going. Wilmington looked really good on the offensive front. Probably the last 15 minutes of regulation. Had a few nice opportunities. Couple corner kicks to set up some offensive possession time, and had a ball that went through, 2 offsides, so they're providing the opportunities, just not able to finish. So we'll see what we can get in the first 10-minute period of added time.
Yep, so 2 periods of extra time potentially coming your way. Extra time, overtime, whatever they officially call it. I believe they officially call it overtime in high school. We're going to go with extra time.
Okay. And you mentioned it's the golden boot, so whoever scores, that's the game.
Yep, if it is sudden death, golden goal. Whatever team puts one in the net, this game's either going to end 1-0 or 0-0. We'll see which one it will be. Again, 2 10-minute sessions. And after that, it would be a game ending in a 0-0 draw. At this point, too, which team may have the better legs underneath them as well, as this game has gone on now for 80-plus minutes. That could play big as well.
Yeah, with the field surface conditions, how they are, certainly not what we expected. We thought maybe we'd have a lot of goals scored, or it would be a defensive game, and that's what we got.
Out fighting a little bit of fog that's rolling in, too, after the rainstorm that delayed started this match by over an hour. Long cross towards the edge of the box. No one there to get to it. Shot to the back post, just missed. Miscommunication on the Wilmington defense nearly gave Mercer a golden opportunity at that golden goal.
Yeah, he missed that bottom left cross by maybe 2 or 3 feet. Really a good shot.
Cole Cunningham can't believe that he was not able to punch it in. Matt Pusateri will check back in. Goal kick coming here in overtime. Trying to turn with it. Ball stolen away by Hill. Hill controls in the middle. Back to Satterley. Satterley trying to work it to the outside. He loses it. Wilson there to corral it. Works towards the middle. Space in front. At the edge of the box is Hill. Tries to get it to the right foot. Shot deflected away. Save of the match right there. TJ Ferens. And all of a sudden, Hill had a huge amount of space there in the middle.
Yeah, nice centering pass, and had a heck of an opportunity there. From the top of the box.
So already probably the 2 best scoring chances of the evening coming here in the overtime period. First Cole Cunningham shot going wide, and then that one from Hill right at the keeper. Satterley goes to the middle. Scheffler coming through. Too heavy on his first touch. Mercer bringing it back the other way. Corralled there by Max Grawl. Works it now to Cole Cunningham. Cunningham loses it. Pusateri sends it back down the field. Mercer scrambling back. Luke Childers passes it back, able to clear it back up the field. Scheffler working the midfield. Drops it back to Krepp, trying to track it down. Mercer's going to get possession and keep it in on that far sideline. Good fight for it in front of the visiting fans. Headed right back down to the feet of Mercer. Chip over the top, waiting for it was Pusateri. Near side for Cunningham. Cunningham dispossessed. Another ball nodded forward. This one's going to make its way out of bounds for a Mercer throw-in. Shoulders will throw it in again, right in front of the Wilmington bench. Actually, he'll give way, and Cunningham will try to use a long throw into the box.
The fatigue's definitely setting in on both sides.
Lots more open space.
Couple extra chances, and
we alluded to it. It was a player goes down on the far sideline, and he went down in a heap. We alluded to it. How many games have these two teams played that, after probably 40 or 50 minutes, the game is over due to some lopsided scoring? How many times have you played a full 80 minutes? The cart's going to make its way out onto the field. Something you don't see every day, a golf cart to get to the other side of the field a little bit more quickly in these damp conditions. Another timeout on the field, brought to you by Pontius Insurance. Just like the teams go to the sideline and listen to their coach, discuss their needs, well, that's what you get at Pontius Insurance, putting the attention to the things you own so you can devote your attention to the ones you love. Visit them online, pontiusinsurance.com, and love the life you live worry-free. This game originally scheduled to start at 7. Now midway through the first overtime period. Good to see the Greyhounds player back on his feet, making his way towards the sideline. Coach Hill able to check him out. It's David Roberts. Seems to be okay. Wonder if that may have been a cramp, too, after going for over 80 minutes. He checks out. Caleb Shaw back in. As the fog rolls in here at Greyhound Stadium. Throw in towards the edge of the box. Harvey doing battle. Centering pass deflected by Scheffler. He's able to regather. Clear it back up the field and out of danger. Kept in there by Lasko of Mercer. Cross towards the top of the box, headed goalward, but it's going to be easy pickings for Skylar Sloan. Again, a little more space opening up here in the attacking thirds for both of these teams. Midway through the first extra time period.
Hit possessions about even. Opportunities pretty close too.
What's it going to take?
Well, it's going to take one, that's for sure.
One possible moment. Pusateri's going to try it and get their first field goal of the night up and over the bar. And that would look like it was dipping down, but not dipping down quite enough.
I believe we're 8 for 8 now.
Coach Kevin Hill asking his teammate Caleb Shaw to make his way back down for some quick coaching. Something specific he wanted him to hear. We'll see if that might come to anything here in the final 4 minutes of the first extra time period. Ball cleared up into the bleachers for Wilmington throw. Throw towards the middle. Satterley was left open. Chests it down. Gets inside the box. Breaks away from a couple of defenders. Kick into the net. It's in. The golden goal for Joe Satterley. The wrecking ball gets it done in overtime.
Wow, what a heck of a goal. Wilmington just wouldn't be denied. It's probably the third or fourth opportunity in the overtime period, and they really capitalized on it.
Joe Satterley in the 87th minute. The wrecking ball goes through a trio of defenders and puts it in the back of the net for the golden goal. We're going to step aside real quick, come back in a moment to recap it. Wilmington 1, Mercer 0 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Has your child's early education slowed down or even paused due to the pandemic? This is crucial time you can't get back. LCAP can keep your little learner on track for success. We have options for working and non-working parents with in-person childcare and age-appropriate virtual learning to keep them busy and engaged. Parents, don't hit pause on early learning. Lawrence County Community Action Partnership can jumpstart their future. Learn more at lcap.org.
Took more than 80 minutes, but Wilmington able to stay atop the Region 1 standings with a 1-0 overtime victory over Mercer. Joe Satterley in the 87th minute gets it done. Wasn't going to be denied, was he, Christian?
No, and like we mentioned during the break, outshot, outpossessed, and they got the goal when it counted most, and they go home victorious tonight.
Joe Satterley, our Melee Chiropractic play of the game for his game-winning goal. Joe Satterley, the wrecking ball. Bailey Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Joe for tonight's play of the game. Joe Satterley will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of Melee Chiropractic in recognition of tonight's play of the game. Video of tonight's play may also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network standout platform. Check it out on Twitter and Instagram. You can view all of the plays of the game this year by going online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations again, Joe Satterley, for tonight's Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game. And with that, we got to give one more award for our LCAP Player of the Game award. And Christian, for us, we're both big fans of the defensive play. A clean sheet. It's tough to argue against that one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Caleb Shaw, he definitely deserves the Player of the Game. And
go ahead. We'll let you break you in here on this one.
Yeah, the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership is proud to present the Player of the Game award to Caleb Shaw of Wilmington.
Yes.
Yeah, Skylar Sloan.
Yes.
Okay, my apologies there.
There we go. Skylar Sloan of Wilmington, yes, with the Player of the Game award. LCAP and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Skylar Sloan for tonight's Player of the Game. He will receive a customized t-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being tonight's Player of the Game. Go online to lcsportsnet.com, click on Player of the Game to view the full list of this year's Players of the Game. Congratulations, LCAP Player of the Game, Skylar Sloan, this evening. 5 saves on the evening. LCAP, changing lives. 5 saves for each of the goaltenders tonight, right, Christian?
Yeah.
5 saves each, only 3 corners in the entire match. In the end, the only number that matters, possession not in their favor, but they get the one goal that matters, and they're back on top of the region standings. That's a big response after losing 2-0 to Sharpsville earlier this week.
Yeah, they looked really good tonight.
They got done what needed to get done. Let's take a look ahead real quick. Still games against Kennedy Catholic, another one against Commodore Perry, and one more against Sharpsville. That'll be a big one to end the season. Now, that game's still to be made up. On the other side, for Mercer, they'll still have to take on West Middlesex and Kennedy Catholic as well in their region play. Well, that'll wrap it up. A great day. Thanks again to everybody here. Brandy, the athletic director at Wilmington, for all of her help getting stuff set up. For Aaron Viggiano and my broadcast colleague, Christian Cassie, you made it through a doubleheader and a long one at that, too, man. Congrats.
It was a good one. A little bit of a marathon, but we made it, and excited to call a soccer game sometime in the near future.
Well, we'll have plenty more coming for you here at lcsportsnet.com. One final time, an 87th minute goal scored by Joe Satterley to end it. Wilmington 1, Mercer 0. You've been watching District 10 soccer action only here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.